everything. Oh my God, it's so amazing. No little music intro for you right now today because I just didn't have time, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I didn't have time. Um, and yeah, click on the comment and show it on the screen. There we go. So again, I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed. Let me just start off reading what one of the astrologers said about this week. The astrologer said, and this is Kyle Thomas from astrology.com. Destiny arrives with the arrival of November's full moon, which is an eclipse. Prepare for an exhilarating week filled with stormy weather as the universe pushes and pulls you in every single way. There will be breakthroughs and revelations, as well as endings and turning points. All of us will be affected. So, yeah, it's like getting down to the wire. And so there's so much change, energy, and stuff going on. But let me share my screen with you and we can get started. Make sure my microphone is on. Microphone, are you on? Yes. And we'll get started with me taking you through this journey of the planetary aspects. Oh, one more thing I want to really make clear, I want to point out. Astrology, like any other or astrological information, like any other kind of um, divination, meaning that you're getting things from another realm. So that's like tarot readings, throwing sticks and shells, all of that. Um, oh my God. One of my greatest fans is telling me I look amazing. Thank you, Anika, because girl, I'm so buzzing right now. I needed to know that I look amazing. That helps. So, what I'm trying to point out here is again, any form of divination, take it with, I'm going to see if this works for me. Okay. I will very much be focused on trying to change up the language of what I'm sharing with you. Instead of this will happen to this may, there's a potential, there's a possibility, because all this is, I shouldn't say all this is, what this is guidance, just so that we're better able to really respond to the energies that are flowing around from a place of love rather than fear. So if I know that there's going to be some tightness in the planetary aspects on a particular day, I can choose to do what? Not engage. Maybe it's a day where, I've been wanting to take a day off or just pull back from a situation. Hey, it's just giving you guidance that this would probably be a good time to do that because there's already this tight energy. So that's what it's about. Or if the energy is in flow, I have been trying to get something done, and maybe today is a day that I can actually get it done. Like, let me go with this energy and focus on this thing. So again, please be conscious of that. That this isn't about this bad thing is going to happen to you or this good thing is going to happen to you. It's about energies are going on that you can be conscious of and then apply the message to your life, to your situation in a way that works best for you. Yes. We have the blessing of free will, and it's important that we're using it all the time in our lives, like all the time. So let me now, for real, share my screen. By the way, I just downloaded Windows 11. Anybody else interested in doing that, please wait because there are so many kinkies I'm coming across with it that they haven't worked out yet. And yeah, it needs to be gone. So we start off today with a square. Now, normally the square is its tight energy, but this is really different because it involves both Jupiter and the sun. And so this square energy is kind of like one astrologer calls it a double-edged sword. So As it says here, we may feel compelled to live larger than life. Our confidence and our energy could soar. If we're living within moderation, we may more easily stumble upon fortune and success. In any event, you want to remain humble and avoid overdoing, because that's what the square energy is about. That yes, you're going to be feeling this wonderful energy. You're going to feel like I'm king or queen of the world. But just remember to stay humble and to pace yourself and stay in moderation, because this aspect also brings a tendency to overeat, overindulge in drugs, alcohol, or any other addictive demons like gambling. Because why? Because it's Jupiter. Jupiter is what? Jupiter is going to expand stuff. So that means that if you are in your pain body running your show, when this alignment shows up, yeah, that means it's going to push it out. It's going to expand it. Why? Because it wants you to see it. It wants you to see it and know that, you know what? You need to handle that. You need to shift that. Now, also, if you are working to keep your pain body in its proper place in your life, and that you're doing your daily practices to keep yourself in, I am valuable, I'm worthy, I'm not disposable, I'm divine, then this energy will expand. You'll feel that expanded energy. You'll feel like, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, and it, as it says here too, this transit may spark your generosity, but make sure you don't leave yourself short. Have fun, but don't party too hard, is what they're saying. Another great message in this for those of us who, you know, are definitely wanting this expansion. We're feeling this expanded energy. We want to move with it. Focus your energy on just one or two projects. Don't try to do everything. And that was me this morning. I really said, I had to really decide, okay, what's most important to me today? And what was most important is being here, getting out these messages to you. So instead of, I'll go to the bank, I'll go to the supermarket, oh, I can do this, all of these different things that, yeah, I could have done. I needed to stay focused. I needed to stay focused. So, um, if you've got a little bit of this day left and you found yourself kind of being a little out of sorts, trying to overdo, now's the time to just pull it in and focus on what is most important to you for this day. Now, we've got an aspect for every day of this week. That's why this week is so and this one is the Sun in Scorpio, sextiling Pluto in Capricorn. This is what shows up tomorrow. Now, a sextile is a flow energy. And as it says, our ambitions may again be ignited if we hunger for power, success, and victory. We may be able to assert ourselves and prove our worth. But again, if the power is misused, we could soon be headed toward self destruction. So, again, we get another day where this whole theme, with the sun, anytime the sun is showing up, this is like, okay, boom, illumination, something big. And, but we want to remember, because Pluto is showing up, even though it's in a sextile, and Pluto is all about, how things can change. So and go quickly. So that's why the message about moderation, moderation. So 2 days in a row. It's very, very interesting, the energy this week. Now, on Wednesday, we jump into the most challenging aspect of the week, because it is an opposition, and this is between Mars in Scorpio and Uranus in Taurus. As it says here, this is a highly volatile energy which may bring outbursts in personal relationships, especially for those who we have felt resentment building up with. Yeah, yeah. So here's my message about that. This aspect would be a great time to avoid drama, trauma, rama that you have in an interpersonal relationship by intending to have an authentic, courageous conversation to express your truth and open up to listening to the other person. All month on my broadcast, and I will be putting videos out on it soon, I've been focusing on conscious, courageous connections. And this week I was talking about grow and clean up. And this is one of the ways we do that. Like you don't let things linger and build up. If something isn't working for you, or you're confused about something, or something's not in flow, have a conversation about it, especially if you want to keep that relationship. If you don't want to keep the relationship, also, you need to be expressed about that. You don't want it to fall into a soap opera, into some kind of drama. You can avoid it. And so on Wednesday, with this, tight energy, don't be a victim to a situation. Step into how I can take responsibility and be authentic and vulnerable and open so I can move the energy. See? Yeah. When the energy is stuck, our job is to get in there and start to transform it, start to move it. Another thing I want to share that one of the astrologers said is that this is an angry heavens day. So there could be fires, chemical explosions, accidents, earthquakes, riots, battles. It's again, like I said, this is about what is possible. So, with that kind of tension in the air, I'd say Wednesday's a really important day to take a chill pill, relax, do some self care, some nurturing of yourself or someone else, but really, really don't fall into engaging in situations and issues that really aren't going to have good outcomes. Yeah. I want to mention this, but I'll be talking about this more later on, which is that Venus right now is beginning to go retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. And it's retrograde there until March. So I know I'll be giving you some more information about what does that mean when Venus is retrograde for such a long time and in the sign of Capricorn, so that you can have some more information on that. But now let's move into the 18th. And on the 18th, we get some flow energy. Now, remember, I talked before, if you've been listening to these insights, I said that right now we were in a period, especially in the fall, where we're growing muscles. Because when you grow a muscle, right, you take that weight, you have to lift it up. That's the tension. That's the square. That's the opposition, right? And then you get to release it. That's the trine and the sextile and the conjunctions. So that's what's happening. As you notice, we get this tight energy opening up the week, and then we get a flow. Then it gets tight again on Wednesday. And then here on Thursday, we go back into a flow. We are growing muscles, folks. We're growing energetic, higher consciousness, spiritual muscles for this new age that we're in. So, Mercury in Scorpio, trining Neptune in Pisces. Also on this day, we have our full moon eclipse. But I wanted you to know about this aspect because it's loving, it's very flowing. This is we receive or may be guided to share loving and kind messages. Yes, our sensitivity, compassion, and faith increases. We help others and ourselves through a tender heart and a kind word. This aspect heightens creativity and spirituality from a very deep part of our inner standing, which is a word my colleague Noor shared with me recently that I just love. Our inner standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, really great flow that is going to be happening at the same time that. Oh, wait, let me just make sure there's not another piece to this that I wanted to share. Yeah, again, it's all there. It's all there. Yeah. It says, also you could experiment with new kinds of dance, music, or art and craft. Again, the creativity stuff is really up. And would add the spiritual expression to that too. You may be, feeling more able to, experiment with some different forms of spiritual expression. So, but on the same day, we get, and there it is. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm going to go back because that was definitely something I needed. Let me see. When does that happen? Oh, that's later. No, is that on the 19th? And Scorpio, that's on the 19th. Wait a minute, I didn't think there was 3 of them on the 19th, but maybe there is. Yeah, maybe oh, wait, wait, wait. I'm sorry. This is on the 18th. Okay, I knew something had jumped. This is on the 18th. This is the flow energy. And on the day of the moon is when we get this energy, which is also a flow energy. So we get two flows in a row. And this is Venus in Capricorn trining Uranus in Taurus. Now, this is about we're going to be infused, or we could be infused. Remember, we get to choose with the urge to take risk, begin projects, follow our passions. And remember, the day before, all that creative spiritual energy is bubbling up. We will crave to switch up routine and pursue a change of pace. Yes, 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 with Venus and Capricorn. And it also talks about this transit can give us opportunities energetically to try something new. And this can apply to all forms of life, all forms of life. So, again, just this really, again, flow energy. I can't say it any other way. There's just this wonderful flow energy. Um, and from the 18th, I did jump over this and I just want to add. So let me just go back to this because I think this is important. It says that, and remember, it's not the 19th, it's the 18th. All your communication skills will benefit from a non threatening, caring, and soft influence. People will want to listen to you. Very nice. Especially in person because of a sensual type of attractiveness. All your senses can finally be tuned so that you have the ability to communicate effectively at a nonverbal level through gestures, your eyes, and telepathically. So, again, this psychic ability, enhancement, intuition being strong, you know, is what this beautiful trine can definitely bring to you. Okay, now we're ready to move on. Now, here we go. This is the big event of the week, which is the full moon in Taurus, and it's a lunar eclipse. Now, the first thing about this is to know that eclipses happen in an axis. What does that mean? That means that there's usually two of the signs of the horoscope that the eclipses kind of fall between. So we are now moving into what's called the Taurus Scorpio axis. And this is the very first one, this first eclipse, kicking off that energy. And so they consider it important because it's setting the tone for the next 2 years of eclipse season. And as you know, Taurus is all that earthy energy about home and comfort and all that good stuff. As it says here, this eclipse will bring major breakthroughs, achievements, revelations, turning points, or endings. Yeah. And that's what eclipses do. From another astrologer, I pulled this up because I thought this was so nice. It says eclipses bring change and evolution. During an eclipse, especially a lunar eclipse, unconscious feelings come to the surface and become grounded in reality. Lunar eclipses bring an end to emotional cycles that have run their course. This is really, really important because if you've been working on breaking through an old paradigm, an old belief system, a past love, an old heartache, an old experience of great disappointment, betrayal, whatever, you're at the end of that. And it's important to know that because I know in my own experience, sometimes if I don't really pay attention to, you know what, you're done. You're done with that. There's nothing left in that can to get at. It's done. And so an eclipse can bring us that kind of greater awareness that wow, I'm done. I made it through. Yeah. As it says, the eclipse is a very powerful time for cleansing our emotions and seeding the intention for renewal and rejuvenation in the upcoming months. So that's why you'll hear a lot about set your intention, set your intention. What is the intention that you have? You want to take this time to do it. Also, about this eclipse, it's square to Jupiter, which is asking us to set our priorities right. And because it's trine with Pluto, it gives us that inner drive and determination to figure out what to do. And also, as it says here, this lunation forecasts that events should be more prosperous and blessed, despite still being highly emotional, right? Because it's a full moon, right? That's why we have the word lunatics. It's like the energy make us crazy, you know. So again, it's a time to have that consciousness that you've made it home. Again, I think about Taurus as this this grounding energy, this home energy, and I'm done with that. I don't have to keep working it. And I can now set my intention, plant my new seeds for the next coming month. Yeah. Or it could be a year, it could be, whatever you need to keep moving forward in a loving way. And last but not least, here we have on the 20th, the following day. Remember, we had all that good flow energy. Well, guess what? Now we're back to a square. But because Jupiter is involved, as I said, this is expansion. Mercury's involved, who is our cosmic messenger all month. So, it's a square, but the energy is got high hopes, like it says here. This transit helps to create high hopes for the future, which makes this a good time to make plans while you have the positive and broad outlook. But it's important to focus on the smaller details to avoid errors in judgment. All of that saying is don't think you need to take action, okay, on what it is you're working on. Have those high hopes for the future. Start dreaming, start planning, laying things out, but don't think that you have to take an action. And I would definitely say, too, give yourself a chance to open up and receive guidance and support from a greater order and direction from your higher entities, loving entities, that are swirling around you, wanting to help. Use this time and also that full moon to call out, to say that prayer, to say that intention. I need help with this. Help me, help me, help me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's very simple, but it is a raising up of our consciousness that we don't have to figure it all out, that we can be guided, we can be supported, we can be helped. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me come out of this and back to being able to see you directly. Let's see, where's that at? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to stop that and go back into this. Okay, here I am. I'm back. So let me go over to my comments and see what we got here after that beautiful comment by Anika. We have the wonderful Karen Schroeder, who I tell you she's a fabulous astrologer, and I can't wait for you all to get access to her more through my platform. She says, "So glad to see you talking about the crazy astro this week. And yellow is definitely your color, girl. Thank you. I don't usually wear a lot of yellow. It's interesting that you all are noticing. It's doing something for me. Okay, on this Jupiter day and Jupiter the Sun day, I need that." Someone saying, "Hi, Jojopah. Hi, Facebook user. You don't have your name up, but it's okay. I feel your energy. I feel your energy." And another Facebook user giving me a clap. No, or a high five. Yeah, there's a woman that does a whole book and there's a whole practice about the high five practice you do every day. You go into the mirror first thing in the morning, you high five yourself, and you do it. I always say 40 days. You might have said it like 5 days, but what it does, it just raises our consciousness that, hey, you know what? I'm okay. I'm good. And that's what you all are doing for me. You're giving me that high five, that spiritual high five, so that I don't question and doubt that I did exactly what I was supposed to do today. Yeah. So, wow, wow, what a week. What an interesting week. I'm glad this is going to be around for you to check back in, especially on Wednesday, and do what you need to do to really choose to not go down the rabbit hole. You do not have to be involved in the drama trauma. You do not have to be pushing yourself into situations or things that it's just not time, maybe, or it just hasn't lined up right. You can just say, okay, energy's tight, me take a break. But when that flow is on, take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of it. And be in that generosity, that kindness, that loving self that you really are. I will be broadcasting again live on Sunday. It'll be my final live broadcast of the Wisdom Walk talk I'm talking about for the month. I will be back next Monday, God willing, to give you the closing out astrology for the month of November. Really powerful. And I'm going to do one specifically for light workers, or maybe I'll use the time in it specifically for light workers, those of us who are staying in the higher consciousness realm, because we've got Mercury conjuncting with the sun. It's going to be really off the chain. Yeah. Because Mercury's been, like I said, all month long. It's like so much, so much, so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Anika. Anika said, you sure did. So, my dears, be well, be safe. Remember, COVID isn't gone. We still need to stay vigilant for ourselves and for others. So, practice the science safety. Do your research if you're concerned about something or whatever. There's a lot of stuff out there, and use your intuition. You can tell the difference when somebody is just trying to take advantage and coming through that fear energy, or when somebody's really knows what they're talking about because they've been studying it, looking through a telescope for real, and knows about microbiology, and you can tell the difference when somebody knows. So, but take care of yourselves. I love you so much, and I look forward to being here and connecting with you again very soon. Be well this week. Bye bye.